We returned to the Chanukya Hotel in Patna, Bihar, India on Friday, May 30th, 2014. A new security guard was working and just smiled at me. I smiled back. We went upstairs and forgot. While in Purple Haze's hotel room, the MC on our Team India group, we started seeing the same security guard walk our floor at least 5 times within the hour. He kept walking by the room, staring at me as the elevator closed. I began to get nervous, but felt everyone was already annoyed by my exclaiming of sexual assault throughout the trip. I moved so he couldn't see me, and we continued talking. Later, I went back to my own room. I needed an internet code, so I left my room and headed towards the stairs. Before I reached the stairs, I thought about the security guard in particular and the men in general, so I decided I would be safer to ask one of the guys on our team. Ko and Two-Tone both declined, explaining, all you have to do is call room service. So I called room service around 9:40 p.m. I heard a knock on my door. It was the security guard from earlier. How did he know this was my room? I was in Purple's room the entire time. He immediately walked in and shut the door. He handed me 2 Wi-Fi cards and I said thank you. He smiled, stood there, and then began twisting back and forth, head down like a shy teenager with a crush. His hands tightly gripped his sides. It was awkward and I began to get nervous. He wasn't leaving. I said, okay, you can go now. He turned his head to the left and pointed to his right cheek, asking for a kiss. I said no, and asked him to leave, not realizing he couldn't speak English. Afterwards, he leaned in to try and kiss me, and when I moved, he quickly jumped towards me and grabbed me, pinning my arms tightly to my sides. Then he began grinding his private area on my leg. I tried to escape, but he squeezed me harder. I was terrified. I thought I was going to be raped. Suddenly, he released me. I told him he had to go, turned him around, pushed him out, and slammed and locked the door. My back was against the door like a woman in a murder scene. I looked through the peephole before exiting, then walked out and told Purple. She said, it's okay, sis. I felt something. I jumped when he walked by the room and I shut the door. I'm sorry. Let's go tell Paul. This became an ordeal I was not ready for. The managers, about 3 to 4 men, came up to Purple's room and the suit surrounded me. I began feeling sick. They asked me what happened. Can you go through the account? I was so embarrassed and humiliated and told the account with reluctancy. Before we left, the hotel manager gave me an apology letter, a copy of my statement, and a copy of the letter they wrote to the company the security guard was hired through. He said, I'm sorry, Miss Jones, but please don't report. I beg you.